what happened, I think it had a time cut off on it. It went up to like 30 minutes and just cut off. And
Okay, do we still have like
yeah, you still got it.
battery? Okay, is it on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're listening to me talk
Yes.
about battery? Okay.
I can delete this one.
Okay, now I'm confused. All right, I had a thought. Man, I had a thought. It's gone. Jennifer.
If I practice to work these devices off through my childhood years on school, like elementary education, then I'll be prepared and ready for my future.
Okay, what about this? As I advance through school, how about that? As I advance through school, and what, Sarah?
I was going to say, as I advance through school with technology,
Okay, let's do that.
will help
With technology as it does what?
as it develops my skills.
As I advance through school with technology as it develops. Awesome.
My education.
Okay, in that prompt, it talked about how it was advancing, technology is advancing. You remember that? Okay, so that's where I'm going with this. But I'm saying you're going to advance with it. You know what I'm saying? So as I advance through school with technology, as it
Develops.
continually develops, new,
Constantly develops.
constantly better, constantly. What did that prompt say exactly? How did it say it?
Phones continue to be upgraded with extraordinary technology that makes them attractive and engaging. Cell phone usage upgrades.
Okay, as it constantly, awesome, upgrades.
And develops.
Okay, well, I don't know, maybe, let me think here. As I advance through school, again, maybe we don't need to say I, you think we should say as students advance through school?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. As students advance through school with technology, as it constantly upgrades, they will too, they will be,
We will say,
they will be prepared. I don't know. Let's see, are we, okay, I don't know. Let's try this again. As students advance through school with technology, okay, this as it doesn't sound right. As students advance through school with technology,
that constantly
which constantly upgrades,
they will be prepared with technological skill that can help them.
what? Say that again really loud.
They will be prepared with technological skill that can help them find a career.
Prepared, we have technological, I don't know if I can spell it, technological skills. Okay. As students advance through school with technology which constantly upgrades, they will be prepared with technological skills to what?
To help them find and prepare them for college, to help them get a job.
To prepare them for college and career. Oh! Prepare for college and career. Awesome. I love it. College and careers. And guess what, guys? College and career ready is the new state of Kentucky term for getting you guys ready to graduate and be on your way. So we're using that, so they're going to like that too. They're going to like it. Okay, so let's read this paragraph and see if it makes sense. Rapid and instant data is at your fingertips. For example, in Mrs. Pinkston's class, I downloaded Edmodo in a snap and prevented the use of my precious data plan. Cellular devices will help prepare students. I think we need a transition right here. Do you? What do you think?
As you also.
Oh, let's just do also. Also, comma. Cellular devices will help prepare students for their future. As students advance through school with technology which constantly upgrades, They will be prepared with technological skills to prepare for college and careers. Woohoo! That sounds awesome. Okay, what are we ready for?
Second key point.
Third key point. We're ready for our third paragraph. So I'm going to have to erase this over here. Okay. Okay, now remember the third paragraph is kind of, it's different because we start out with the antithesis. And remember we said the antithesis is good if you just start out with, I know you may think that, and we acknowledge the other side. So we acknowledge the people who are against using cell phones. And we say, we understand that you may think whatever. So what do you want to say? We need to go with something that's against it. Riley, what do you think? One of those three key points that we had for
One of the
against.
key points was the cyberbullying thing.
Okay, okay.
One, to prevent cyberbullying, teachers can put up like a website where there's gonna like, if
Okay.
there's like a bad message come through, then they'll see who it's from.
Okay, okay. How hard would that be to do? So I don't know if we could say for sure we could do that, because that would probably cost a lot of money and cause the technology people a lot of time. So I don't know if we could say for sure. No, Brenna, what do you think?
I understand you might think, technology could be a distraction.
Okay, I like that. I think that's one of the big things that people think cell phones will distract. So I understand you may think.
Cell phones are distractions.
Yep. Cell phones are distracting,
But
and there's our but statement, are distracting, comma, but, and here comes our third key point. This is where you state your third key point. But cell phones have, go ahead.
Programs and apps to enrich education.
I don't think we need to repeat cell phones again. I understand you may think cell phones are distractions, but they, I think we can just say they
Have
have,
programs and apps to enrich education. Well, that's a strong word.
we didn't use it, did we?
Yes.
Can we see? Yeah,
we did in the very first.
You sure?
We didn't use
programs or apps.
No, we didn't. We used a different
We just used the word.
We used
Okay, can you think of another word for enrich?
Extend.
Extend?
That's
I thought we used extend.
No, we did.
Yeah.
We used both. Oh wait, yeah, we used.
So we've used both. What, Shelby, can you think of another word?
I understand your concerns.
Okay, she says, I understand your concerns that,
That's
you want to change it to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I understand, say it again.
Your concerns that cell phones are distracting.
Okay, I understand your concerns that cell phones are distracting, but they have programs and apps that,
Help add to the student's education.
okay, what if we use the word benefit?
Yeah.
Okay, that can benefit do we want to say students' education, a student's education? How do we want to say that? All, I like that, all students. Education. Okay, support. Support. Raleigh.
We, I guess in transition, like, you could put word benefit, but like, transition.
Okay, alright.
But like, for example, in Miss Kingston's class,
Okay, we've already we've used this Kingston's class on here.
No. That's why I said that we could change them.
What does Miss Kingston teach?
Writing.
And so what do you use that the most in, reading or writing?
Writing.
So you can say in writing class.
In writing class, we take tests on our devices, which are also fun.
In writing class,
We take quizzes.
And very helpful.
Like quizzes on an app called Quizlet.
okay, you gotta tell me how that enriches or benefits your education. In writing class, we take quizzes on an app called, and tell me how that benefits your education. You gotta support that. Blake, what are you thinking?
Well, it helps us. It's like it makes our writing better, and it makes the reader want to like read more.
Okay, but we're talking about writing class.
Oh yeah.
Abby, what are you?
In writing class, we take quizzes on an app called Quizlet. That makes it. I know this goes with maybe it probably go with the easier, but it makes it kind of easier on the teacher just to put it on.
Okay, let me ask you this. Does it give you your grade immediately?
Yes.
Allie, say it. Say it.
An app called Quizlet. In writing class, we take quizzes on an app called Quizlet because it gives us our grade instantly, so our teacher doesn't have to grade it
Okay.
over the weekend.
All right, and it gives us immediate
So that
results.
the teachers don't have to spend.
Okay, stop right there just a second. Do you think the Board of Education is going to be like, oh, good, yeah, use it so the teachers don't have to do anything on the weekends?
No.
Because what are they all about? You're what? So how is that helping your education for you to get results immediately? How does that help,
So
Jennifer?
the teacher doesn't have to spend time picking up the papers and then grading them.
Wasting our time.
Get more done.
Wasting
Okay.
our time to.
Okay, and it gives us immediate results,
Not to waste
which,
time.
The teacher might make mistakes.
Will give us more time to squeeze in more learning.
which gives us more class time for learning. Does that sound right? Okay. Are we done with that third paragraph? We have an antithesis, we have a but statement, we have our third key point, and support. So are we ready for our conclusion?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to erase this over here and we'll do our conclusion. Okay, do you remember what I said goes in the conclusion?
The question.
It's just like the intro, except instead of having a read on, you have a concluding statement. And we do the opposite attention getter. So we painted a picture, so now we're going to ask a question. That needs to be a good, strong question. Jacob, what do you think?
When we wrote Quizlet, don't we need to have quotation marks around it because it's like the name of
Do we?
the app?
Awesome.
Because it's the name of an app.
Maybe you could.
I think so.
And
I
if we
mean,
did
I've
it,
always done it that
and if
way.
we did it around Quizlet, wouldn't we need to do it around in Moto?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to look that up in a minute. I'm going to look that up. I don't know. I don't know for sure. So I'm going to look it up. Let's go ahead and finish our conclusion, and then I will check on that. I've got a book over there that tells us what needs to go in quotation marks. So we'll get that out. We'll look it up. Yes, ma'am.
I got a question for
What's your
the
question?
conclusion.
Okay, what is your question?
Have you ever wondered how I'm gonna say enrich, I know I've already used that, we can use a different word. Have you ever wondered how technology could enrich children's learning?
Okay.
Learning education.
All right, keep that in mind. Allie, what do you think?
Have you ever sat in a class that you feel like you haven't got any time for learning? Well, if you consider putting cellular devices in classes, you may speed up the process in learning and your education.
Wow, that's one that we've already wrote. Okay, I like that. So hang on to it. I almost think that we could put some of that in our restate of the situation and task, where we say, I have explained that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, guys. What if we say this? Now, do you think cell phones in school is a good idea?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty simple and to the point, and then I think we can go with what Alan said. So new paragraph, now, comma, do you think cell phones in schools now, do you think cell phones in school
Is a good idea. As you see,
now, do you think cell phones in school should be allowed? I like that. Should be allowed. What goes at the end here? Absolutely. Now I'm going to restate my situation and task with what Allie said. In this, what we write? In this speech, comma, I have told you, or I have, instead of told, I have explained, informed. What did you say again, Allie? Can you say that?
Informed you.
You might need to shorten it just a little bit.
Informed you about how cellular devices will speed up the process of your education.
Okay, I'm thinking that right here, we can restate our 3 key points too. In this speech, I have informed you how cellular devices will, what did you say, speed up? That's kind of like our first key point, right? I just wrote that. You gonna follow it in?
Speed up the process of learning in your education and your students' education.
Speed up the process of learning. That's like our first key point. What's our second key point?
Help person. No.
Okay, I've informed you how cellular devices will speed up the process of learning, prepare students for the future. And the last one is what?
They had some type of programs and apps.
Okay, but we probably don't want to say that about the programs and apps, but what do we say they'll do?
Enrich education.
Enrich or benefit or
Benefit our learning.
fulfill.
okay, it says benefit and benefit
Our learning.
Students
I think it's
learning
fulfill.
across the state.
Across the world.
across the board. How about that? Across the board, we'll play on words there.
Students learning across the board.
Okay, so we kind of put our situation and task and our 3 key points together. So in our conclusion, I think we probably need to make clear that we hope they do consider cell phones, and that'll kind of take care of our situation again. Yes.
Shouldn't it be students? And benefit, not
And
bill?
benefit you for,
Students, yes, across the board. Okay. In conclusion, I hope
After reading this, after hearing my speech,
well, we just said this in this speech, I have informed you, so we probably don't need to say speech again. So in conclusion, I hope you will consider
the use of technology in school, in education.
well, it was really about cell phones, wasn't it? I think we probably need to come back to cell phones here at the end. So in conclusion, I hope you will consider the use of cell phones
In education.
In school for an education.
let's think about it. In conclusion, I hope you will consider the use of cell phones
In school education.
For a school
In
for
all
a school
grades
education.
for a,
Good brain.
for a,
Oh, I have the word in my head.
for a good,
Education.
For
Extraordinary.
oh, extraordinary. I like it.
extraordinary.
Say it for the use of cell phones for an extraordinary education for who? For,
For the students.
you think it's Graves County?
No.
Let's say for Graves County, for all Graves County students. How about that? Now that didn't say this was Graves County. So I don't know, maybe we shouldn't have put Graves County. What do you think?
Should it be
Should
for
put-
extraordinary
Yeah,
education?
Well, sending it to the Graves County Board.
Students all over Kentucky.
Well, this is just one Board of Education. So let's go back. I should have said for an extraordinary education. Let's just say for all students and leave it at that. How about that? For all students. That way we won't say anything we shouldn't. And we are done. We're done. Any questions? Any? Yes, ma'am.
Can we maybe look into a thesaurus to spice up some words in our
Like that word using that.
We could use it as a